Good morning. It's early. Very early. The sun is just coming up. I love this time. It's so quiet. No cars, no people yet. Just me and my coffee shop. I'm opening the shop now. I turn on the lights. I start the coffee machine. I put out the cups. I do this every day. It feels good, like a morning song.
Today, I want to tell you a story. A story about me, about a bad habit I had, and how I changed it. So here's the thing. I love coffee. I really love coffee. I own a coffee shop, so of course I love it. But I had a problem.
I was drinking too much. Way too much. How much? Maybe 8 cups a day. Sometimes 9. That's a lot. I know. In the morning, 2 cups before the shop opened. Then 1 more when customers came. Then another after lunch. And more in the afternoon. And even at night.
My wife, Lisa, she told me, "Marcus, that is too much coffee." I said, "I'm fine. I feel fine." But she was right. She was always right. The problem was sleep. I went to bed at 11, but I didn't sleep. I just waited. 12 o'clock. Still awake. 1 o'clock. Still awake. I looked at the clock again and again. My eyes were open. My brain was busy. Too much coffee in my body. And in the morning, I was so tired. So tired. So what did I do? I drank more coffee to wake up, to feel normal. Then at night, same thing. I couldn't sleep again. It was a circle, a bad circle. Coffee, no sleep, tired, more coffee, again and again and again. I felt terrible. My body was tired. My head was tired. But I kept drinking coffee. I couldn't stop. I didn't know how. One Monday, I said, "Enough. I'm going to stop. No more coffee. 0. Cold turkey. People say that. It means stopping everything at once." I was so sure, so confident. "This time I will do it," I told Lisa. She smiled. She said, "Good luck." Day 1. Oh, day 1 was terrible. I had a headache, a big, bad headache. All day. I was slow. I was angry. Everything was hard. My customers noticed. They said, "Marcus, are you okay?" I said, "Yes, I'm fine." But I wasn't fine. Not at all. Day 2 was worse. Much worse. I was so tired. I almost fell asleep at the counter. In my own shop. Can you believe that? And the headache was still there. And I was hungry all the time. I wanted something. My body wanted coffee. Day 3. I gave up. I looked at the coffee machine. I said, "Sorry, Lisa." And I made a big cup. A really big cup. I drank it all. And I felt so much better. My headache was gone. My brain was clear. My body was happy. But inside, I felt bad, really bad, because I failed. I tried, and I failed, in only 3 days. I sat down at a table, alone, and I thought, maybe I can't change. Maybe this is just who I am. That was a sad feeling. That night, I found a book. Lisa's book, actually. It was about habits. about how to change them. I started reading. And it said something important. It said, "Don't stop everything at once. That's too hard. Your brain doesn't like it. Your brain fights back. Instead, change a little bit. One small thing at a time." The book called it small steps. Not big jumps. Small steps. I liked that idea. Small steps. I can do small steps. Big changes are scary, but small steps, that's okay. And there was another idea, a really good one. Don't just remove a bad habit. Replace it. Put something good in its place. Think about it. Your brain wants something. If you just say no, it's empty. There's a hole. But if you give it something new, that hole gets filled. I put the book down, and I made a plan. A new plan. A smart plan this time. My new plan was simple. Step 1, only 5 cups of coffee a day. Not 0, just 5. That's 3 less than before. Step 2, no coffee after 3 o'clock. After 3, I drink tea or water with lemon. Something warm, something nice, but no coffee. Step 3, every night at 9, I play my guitar for 30 minutes. Quiet music to relax my brain, to feel calm. This was my replace plan. Coffee time became tea time. Night energy became guitar time. I also did one more thing. I wrote my reason on a small card. It said, "I want to sleep well. I want to feel good." I put it next to the coffee machine. Every time I wanted extra coffee, I saw that card, and I remembered why. The first week was still hard. Not terrible, but hard. At 4 in the afternoon, I really wanted coffee. My hands wanted to make a cup. It was automatic. But I made tea instead. Green tea. It was okay. Not great. A little boring, but okay. I told myself something. Just today. Not forever. Just today. That helped a lot, because forever is scary, but today is small. Today is easy. The second week, I went to 4 cups, then 3 the next week. Small steps. Every week, a little less. My body didn't fight me this time. And the tea? I started to like it. Really like it. I tried different kinds. Mint tea, ginger tea, lemon tea. Each one was new. Each one was interesting. I was surprised. Tea was actually good. Who knew? But I want to be honest. It wasn't always easy. There were hard days. One afternoon, it was raining. The shop was empty. No customers. I was alone. And I was so tired. My eyes were heavy. I looked at the coffee machine. It was right there. So close. And I thought, just 1 cup. It's only 4:30. Nobody will know. I almost did it. My hand was on the cup. But then I stopped. I took a deep breath, and I looked at my little card. I want to sleep well. I remembered those nights, lying in bed, eyes open, 2 in the morning. That feeling, that terrible, tired feeling. I didn't want that again, so I made tea, ginger tea, and I sat by the window. I watched the rain, and you know what? It was nice, really nice. That day, I learned something big. The wanting goes away.
If you wait, the wanting passes, like a wave. It comes and then it goes. You just have to wait. After 1 month, my life was different, really different. I slept at 11, and I fell asleep by 11:30. That was amazing for me. In the morning, I felt fresh. My brain was clear. My body felt light. 1 cup of coffee was enough. Just 1 good cup to start the day. And the guitar? I loved it again. I used to be a musician, but I stopped playing. I was always too tired, too busy, too wired from coffee. Now, every night I play. Quiet songs, slow songs. Lisa sits and listens. Sometimes she sings along. That's my favorite part of the day now. The bad habit gave me bad nights. The new habit gave me good nights. That's a good trade, right? Oh, and one more thing. I added tea to my shop menu. Real good tea. Many kinds.
Some customers love it. They say, "Marcus, you have tea now?" And I say, "Yes, try the ginger. It's my favorite."
Some of them tell me their own stories about their bad habits. Eating too much sugar, looking at their phone too long, not sleeping enough. We all have something.
And I tell them what I learned. The same 3 things. Want to hear them?
Okay, 3 things about bad habits. Number 1, small steps, not big jumps. Don't stop everything at once. Change a little bit each week. Your brain likes that better. Number 2, replace. Don't just remove. When you take something away, put something good in its place. Coffee became tea for me. What will it be for you? Number 3, don't think about forever. Just think about today. Just this one day. Not today. That's enough. Tomorrow is a new day. And one bonus thing. Be kind to yourself. If you fail one day, that's okay. Really, it's okay. Try again tomorrow. Every day is new. Every day is a fresh start. Okay, it's closing time. Time to turn off the machines. Time to go home. Play some guitar, drink some tea, and sleep well tonight. I still love coffee. I really do. But now, 3 cups, that's my number. And nothing after 3 o'clock. That's my rule. If you have a bad habit, you can change it. I believe that. I believe in you. Start small. Be patient. And remember your reason. Write it down. Put it where you can see it. When the wanting comes, read it and wait. The wave will pass. Thanks for listening today. I'm Marcus from Bell's Coffee in Brooklyn. Come visit sometime. I'll make you a great cup of coffee. Or maybe some tea. Good night, everyone. Sleep well. See you next time.